Newly released phone calls show Kevin McCarthy told fellow House Republicans shortly after the U.S. Capitol attack Donald Trump had acknowledged bearing some blame for it.
He told me he does have some responsibility for what happened. And he needs to acknowledge that.
What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks here. So listen, let me start by saying this. If Joe Biden is guilty of actual crimes that can be proven within the legal system, I'm all for accountability. Most people are. Indict him, arrest him, let the legal system do its thing. But listen, before Republicans claimed the majority in the House, many Democrats, liberals, and progressives predicted exactly what's happening now. They predicted that if the Republicans took control, they would spend countless hours trying to do Donald Trump's bidding and find crimes that needed criminals within the Biden family. So here we are. And although they've had so much blow up in their face, from the embarrassment of tapes that don't exist to whistleblowers that don't exist or lack credibility, they still continue this, dare I say it, witch hunt. I mean, listen to James Comer basically admit that they have no evidence.
For some in the media, we need more evidence, John. You know, I look at what we produced compared to what Adam Schiff produced with the Steele dossier and all that other stuff. I think we've far exceeded anything that Adam Schiff or Jamie Raskin's ever produced on the Russian collusion or January 6th or anything. But, you know, for some of you all, it's not enough, and we're continuing to try every day. And we're fighting the DOJ, we're fighting the FBI, we're fighting a lot of the media, we're fighting the Democrat Party, and we're fighting the Biden legal team.
So first of all, saying we have no evidence but neither did you, that's not the flex you think it is, especially when Mueller and his team of prosecutors indicted 34 individuals and 3 Russian businesses on charges ranging from computer hacking to conspiracy and financial crimes. And even though Mueller said that they could charge Trump after he wasn't in office, the right and Donald Trump still calls it a hoax.
There is no collusion.
He didn't say there's no collusion.
You said no collusion. George, the report said no collusion.
Did you read the report?
Yes, I did.
We did not address collusion, which is not a legal term. Rather, we focused on whether the evidence was sufficient to charge any member of the campaign with taking part in a criminal conspiracy.
It's a whole big fat hoax. It's just a hoax.
No, it's not a hoax.
It's a total witch hunt.
It is not a witch hunt.
There was no obstruction, and if you read the report, you'll see that.
The report did not conclude that he did not commit obstruction of justice. Is that correct?
That is correct.
It was a complete and total exoneration.
Did you actually totally exonerate the president?
No.
Could you charge the president with a crime after he left office?
Yes.
You believe that you could charge the president of the United States with obstruction of justice after he left office?
Yes. Our investigation of efforts to obstruct the investigation and lie to investigators was of critical importance.
As you can see, literally everything Donald Trump says about the Russia investigation is a lie. And there's video evidence of it. But does that sway any of his voters? Of course not. And then Comer says that they have more evidence than is being presented regarding the January 6th insurrection. Have they not seen all the convictions coming from the January 6th insurrection? And the people being convicted are saying that they were influenced by Donald Trump's words. Have they not seen the video footage of him saying, "You guys need to fight like hell"? Or him saying, "Mike Pence better make the right decision"? Or him saying, "You guys need to fight to take your country back"? And the fact that it took him 187 minutes to tell the mob of idiots to go home. Even Comer's partner in all of this, Kevin McCarthy, said that Donald Trump should resign for his part in the January 6th insurrection.
Newly released phone calls show Kevin McCarthy told fellow House Republicans shortly after the U.S. Capitol attack Donald Trump had acknowledged bearing some blame for it.
He told me he does have some responsibility for what happened. And he needs to acknowledge that.
Authors of the new book, This Will Not Pass, have released a series of clips of McCarthy's phone calls with fellow Republicans from the days after the insurrection. In one call, McCarthy expressed frustration with the former president.
I've had it with this guy. What he did is unacceptable. Nobody can defend that, and nobody should defend it.
In another, McCarthy said he was considering asking Trump to resign.
It would be my recommendation you should resign. I mean, that would be my take, but I don't think he would take it.
McCarthy is now being accused of being deceitful, as he said he didn't remember the earlier phone call. Those comments made less than 3 weeks before he made this pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago.
I'm not sure what call you're talking about, so.
And he had denied ever recommending Trump should resign. McCarthy tonight at an appearance in California.
Well, I've never asked the president to resign and never thought he should resign.
And understand, at some point, Kevin McCarthy is going to have to testify under oath about that conversation he had with Donald Trump, as well as why he thought Donald Trump should resign for his part in the January 6th insurrection. I mean, there is so much evidence against Donald Trump, only MAGA cult followers are trying to deny it. And seriously, how many indictments does it take to disqualify someone from being able to run for president of these United States? The rest of us wouldn't be able to run for class president if we had been indicted this many times or been found responsible in a civil court of sexually assaulting someone. And this has gotten so bad for the GOP and the Trump family that they are now engaging in hyperbole and lies that actually would be funny if they weren't so damn dangerous.
Stepped in to quash the investigation so the deep state's candidate Joe Biden could win. You know, you'd think that, but you'd be wrong. This is bigger than Watergate, and it's not even close. But it's not getting a tiny fraction of the attention. It's not getting a tiny fraction of the attention that Russia got, and that was totally fabricated with no evidence. Here we have piles of it from all different corrupt regimes all over the world.
And here we have piles of evidence from corrupt regimes all over the world. There's just so much evidence. And Watergate? You mean the scandal that resulted in a sitting president resigning from office before being removed? Bro, your dad was impeached twice and has been indicted on over 30 charges. If you're looking for a comparison to Watergate, look no further than your own freaking home. Period.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.